Couples who laugh together stay together, and that is especially true with our next guest. They're making us laugh.
And co-host too.
Exactly.
Right? All right, if you're looking for something special to do with your sweetheart to celebrate Valentine's Day, some of the hottest comedians in New York City are coming together for a night filled with laughter and good vibes.
Now, I don't know if they have comedian listed on their resume, but they should.
They are.
Joining us this morning with more on the Love in the Bronx comedy event, husband and wife couple specialist, Greg and Cheryl Clark. Thank you both.
Thank you so much for having us.
Better for seeing you two. We immediately got into the. Where are you from? The Bronx. Where'd you go to high school?
That's right.
Yeah. And where did you go to high school?
Aquinas, Aquanite all day.
Aquanet all day.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was a specialized person. I went to Brooklyn Tech.
Oh, smarty pants.
Smarty pants.
Excuse me.
We're all about New York living. There's a lot of New York living to do, man. You know.
Wait, you went to high school in Queens or Brooklyn? I forget.
Queens, Strat Adams High School, and then City College here in New York. CCNY.
You see that? Well, we've established we're all smart.
Okay.
So we're good.
So why are you here again?
Well, we're here to talk about a comedy night that's going to happen in the Bronx, New York.
Yeah. What sparked this idea?
Well, you know, we have been through a horrific couple of years. You know, COVID happened and all those things, and we weren't laughing. So we decided to say, you know, when we come on out, let's do something that will make you laugh. So we love to laugh. That's what's the crux of our marriage.
Right.
So we said, how about we just bring other people on to laugh?
And to bring it forward on a day of what's typically known as romance, but there's the connection. Laughter, romance, it does kind of work. Now, you have 6 children.
Well, you know, there was times we
yes.
didn't have cable. So, we had to occupy ourselves.
Dude, you got to go for a run or something.
No. We
just had the shower guy on a couple of cold showers.
No cold showers.
We had 6.
They born and raised in the Bronx, and one of the things that we love about the fact, and going back to the comedy night, was that we wanted to make sure we do something in our home borough. And so we brought all these comedians who have traveled all over the world. Come on, the Bronx needs some love too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So being parents of 6, you know, we always had to have a sense of humor. Because all of them had different type of personalities and things
And
like
needs
that.
and wants and
absolutely, you know that matters for.
I only have 2, and
I was going to say
already...
6. That's 5 too many for me to handle. I mean, I have 2 also.
But think about it. We had it, probably, 6 kids in 8 years, so we had some
Yeah,
fun.
they're
Y'all have a basketball team and a sub or a volleyball team.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, you can say that, yeah.
Holy
But
smokes.
laughter is a very important part to get through some of those tough times.
Oh, for sure. And that's the reason why we became, you know, the couple specialists and how we began to move through our own relationship, thriving and stuff like that. And a lot of that came through learning the tools and laughter and beginning to, you know, date each other again and love each other on each other again. And so we wanted to share those things with other couples as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things you did so you strengthened the relationship in some regard, certainly with laughter. Now that starts after a while. You realize, hey, this is kind of working, and so you sort of tapped into that in each other. To understand
One of the things that we started to recognize is that laughter was going to be a part of the bond that's going to keep our love alive. And at times when we weren't laughing, that's when we knew something was going on. So as we kept that spark going, along with the intimacy, but along with the fact of keeping some sort of comedic presence around, and that kept us together.
It is very true, because as I think about my own relationships, my partner now, like even when we're having like a little tiff, like he'll say something to make me laugh, and I'm trying not to laugh, and then I just laugh, and I realize, what are we fighting about? But now, that was more about me than anybody else.
You're not cracking the joke. You're holding onto the anger, aren't you?
Right. So but that's true. Like I realized, what am I being?
Right.
What am I getting my?
Well, as my wife alluded to, that's why we share with couples the tools. Because see, no one teaches us how to be in a relationship.
Right.
So you know, we have some great tools, especially in our book, The Power of the 4 A's.
Right. So Power of the 4 A's. Let's talk a little bit. What are the 4 A's that you're speaking of?
Well, the power of the 4 A's, the first A that we always talk about is self-acceptance. You have to be able to accept yourself before you can accept anyone else. And then we have affection. You know, human beings need affection.
That's right.
Then it's appreciation. Do we appreciate one another? Because you're in a relationship all day long and you don't appreciate one another. And the last thing is agreements. So we said, we go into so many things without agreements. So we create couple agreements. We create relationship agreements. And this is just not for relationships.
Right.
It can be for you to understand how to be in a thriving relationship with someone and understand the 4 A's necessary for human beings, period, across the board.
And that's why I wanted to make sure we're going to pass
Yeah.
it on. There's your copy.
Shucks.
Yeah.
Look,
And
they
there's your
said,
copy.
by the way, and
You may
take
need 2
these.
copies, but
You know what?
You see, he does me
one for
dirty.
the nightstand, one on the
He
train.
did.
You know.
You know what?
Hilarious.
Chris
See,
is funny.
give a just because gift.
You opened that right up
Right,
metaphor.
right
Look.
there.
Yes.
And she's from the Bronx, of course.
go.
Yes.
I'll make sure.
Baychester Avenue, 233rd Street,
All right.
Wakefield,
Come
up
on.
in
Put it
here.
up.
Okay, so we
You know what?
We're going to call this
And-
Bronx living soon. Yeah.
and by the way, I was on my way to Bronx High School of Science, so we would have been like rivals. and
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
If I'd have went to summer school, then I went to Bronx Science, but I wanted the trip to Brooklyn.
And your parents were probably like, you need a passport because the Bronx and Brooklyn are like
It
an
was beautiful.
ocean away.
It was beautiful.
Exactly.
You got the book,
The book,
you
the
got
podcast.
shows. Tell us about the podcast.
Oh my God. We got the podcast happening. You can go on Spotify, you can go on the iTunes. And you know, this is where we love to laugh. And you can see that we're laughing, we're
You know
joking. Greg is always alluding to something along to having sex or all kind of other stuff. It's just real. It's real.
Doing a robot.
Doing a robot. We love to do this. And we created something called the Couple Motivators. Where we can begin to move with couples and say, how can we gather that? So this is why we're gathering on this Saturday for comedy, and we want people to come out, and you can come meet us in person. If you have a boo, if you don't have a boo, it doesn't matter. You can come and enjoy yourself.
They
We
might
need to send Lisa Ray there.
Yeah, really.
She might find her Roni there.
Let me tell you, I met her.
tenderoni.
I met her downstairs, and she's a sweet. She's
really
so
is. Yeah.
sweet.
She's beautiful
Yeah,
inside
beautiful
and out.
lady.
Yes, inside and out. I told her.
Okay, where is it happening? Love in the Bronx, this Saturday.
Sankofa House, 2422 3rd Avenue. Get your tickets right now. Go to gregandcherylclark.com. The flyer's right there on the screen. Make sure you get your tickets and come have your laugh on.
I love that poster. by
I
the
was
way.
just gonna say, I
that
love
is-
the way he's looking at her
Right?
so longingly.
I feel the
You know,
Uh-huh.
thinking about number 7.
There you go.
Ay, Dios mío.
Man,
Look at her face. Look at, she said, look at number 7.
Wait until after the break.
Acceptance.
Well, hey,
rejection,
is there space?
and-
Yo.
Wow.
This is what I have to see. This is what I have to go through. Listen, the shop is closed, but the shop has been closed.
Look,
and
we know
our
how to get
baby-
in. We know how to get into the bodega. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think they're the opening act. They are the opening act for all
they
the
can finish the
comedians.
show today because.
Oh my goodness.
But I love your energy. You guys are so positive and put a smile on everybody's face.
Thank
I'm glad we did.
Great, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Thank
Let's
you so
have a
much.
nice show.
Thank you so much.